In today's video, me and Shay are going to be showing you 3 of our favourite fossils in our collection that our dad has prepared. We're going to be showing you a lepidotus fish, an ichthyosaur skull, and a large section from an articulated ichthyosaur. Some of these fossils we've shown on our previous fossil hunts, and here's a video showing all 3 specimens so you can have a look at all of them. If you've already seen these specimens in previous videos, I hope you enjoy seeing them again. If there's any fossils in particular that you'd like to see in future videos, let us know in the comments and we can have a look and see if we can include them in upcoming videos. Let's get straight into it.
The first fossil we're going to be having a look at is the section of articulated ichthyosaur bones.
We've come down to the beach to show you this incredible find. Me and Shay have both come down with the fossil. We're going to show you it. This is a fossil that Shay genuinely saw fall out of the cliff. He was out at the beach looking for Ammonites, and unbelievably a few rocks fell down and this was one of them. Absolutely insane that this has happened. Probably a once in a lifetime event. To physically see it fall out the cliff is just something that I've never even heard of or never had it happen to me. My dad has prepared the fossil after many hours. We're also lucky enough to have a few other pieces which join onto it, but they're not prepared yet. Shay's going to bring the fossil over now and he's going to show you it, and I think you're going to absolutely love it just as much as we do. Let's get Shay to bring it over and we'll have a look at it.
Here is a look at the fossil that Aaron has just been talking about. It's a huge section of an ancient marine reptile called an ichthyosaur. It's all articulated and I think it looks absolutely stunning. It's a long section of a vertebra column with ribs that are running over the vertebra, which I think really adds to the piece. We've got some suspected, what we think are predation marks. So if we just look down here, we think this is where another beast living back in those times has actually tried to eat part of the creature. There's also another little tooth delve just there, which is really cool and just shows how savage these beasts must have been.
What did you think it was when you heard it fall out of the cliff?
Well, like most people, you wouldn't expect it to be anything, but I thought better safe than sorry. Went over to the cliff to see what had fallen out, and I actually found this along with a fully articulated paddle that had fallen out the cliff. So a paddle actually joins to this section of nodule, and as well as that, we've got a large part of the vertebra column still to attach to the rest of the block, which is really exciting.
One of your favourite finds then?
Oh, definitely one of them. Definitely up there.
Looks quite heavy.
Yeah, it's reasonably heavy. Solid block of bones.
Here's a closer look at the bones that we've just shown you. The quality of the bones is absolutely superb. My dad has done an incredible job preparing it. There's a lot going on with this fossil. I particularly love the predation marks and the fact that a lot of the ribs are broken as they've been fossilized. The bone itself has so many details. A lot of them you can only see closer up. And as Shay mentioned, there are several more bones which actually fit onto this piece, including part of the paddle. Those are all still currently being prepared, as well as many other things that my dad is currently working on.
I hope you've enjoyed having a look at that marine reptile fossil. Shay is very pleased with it, as are all of us. We're incredibly fortunate to have my dad preparing these fossils. A piece like that can easily take 100 hours or more. Very time consuming. A lot of you already know as well that Shay does this full time. Although fossils like this are kept in our collection, we do prepare and part with many other decent quality fossils, which we'd also be happy to have in our collection, but we just can't keep all of them. If you'd like to get a fossil to support my dad and Shay in what they do, please consider checking out his website, yorkshirefossils.net, and there's lots of specimens there to choose from. Thanks in advance if you decide to support our page.
The next fossil that we're going to be having a look at is a fossilized fish. Shay's going to also be telling you all about that one.
Some of you might recognise this fossil. It's by far one of our favourites. It's a lepidotus fish. It has amazing mirror-like black scales. And it's absolutely stunning. My dad's done an amazing job prepping this. It's one of our favourite fish fossils in our collection, and by far one of the best. And I'm sure you can see why.
The fossil isn't fully finished being prepared. However, the bulk of the rock is being removed. Still quite a bit more work to do though to get it finished.
Me and Aaron were out hunting on the beach together, and we saw a slab with some scales, and we checked it, didn't think there was anything else, but I actually went back, lifted some shale from the slab, and to our disbelief there was actually a fish head in the rock. And I couldn't believe that Aaron had missed it, because Aaron rarely misses anything. So I was really surprised and really pleased that we found it. The fish specimen we've just been talking about hasn't actually been prepared yet, but we presume it's going to be the fish head along with some fish fin and hopefully some fish scales as well. My dad's planning on using the air preparation tools to prep the fish head, but we may have to use acid as well. Once it's prepared, we'll show it on video. We aren't sure how long the fossil is going to take to prepare, because we have other projects that we are working on, but hopefully we get to show you that soon.
And last but not least, the third fossil from this video is a predated Ichthyosaur skull. Really excited to show you this.
The fossil that we're showing here is one that me and my family found while we were all out together. My mum and dad actually wandered further along the beach, and me and Aaron stayed behind, and just as we were wandering further towards my parents, Aaron shouted me over and said, "Oh, there's a partial paddle in this slab here," and I didn't believe him at first, so I went over to check, and to my disbelief we could actually see some paddle digits, but it was part of a huge slab, so we thought there might be something else inside. We asked my dad what we should do, and he said just take the full slab just in case there were the bones inside. And when we took it home and prepared it, this is what we were left with: a predated Ichthyosaur skull. It's pretty amazing. The jaws are still full of teeth. I like the fact that it's predated because it tells more of a story and just shows what happened to these animals before they died and what happened after they died.
So what have we actually got in this slab then? So we've got the partial paddle, which is what we saw initially. But what else is here?
We've got the partial paddle, a limb bone, we've got some disarticulated pieces of jaw, which must have been ripped from the animal while it was presumably just washing about the sea. A few ribs, loads of teeth. I mean, it just looks amazing with all those teeth. The bone quality is superb as well. I love all the detail.
What's also remarkable is that this specimen is complete to the very tip of the rostrum. Really rare for that to be fully preserved and not eroded away. We were lucky that the skull was hidden beneath the shale and completely intact. The paddle was, unfortunately, quite possibly all preserved, but the majority of that had just weathered away. Thankfully though, as we say, the skull was intact.
It's pride of place in our collection, and we're so glad that we found it. It makes it even more special that we found it while we were all together as a family.
Every single nodule here contains an ammonite fossil. They range from large to small ammonites and also different species. The majority of nodules here will open up really well. You can never guarantee which ones will, however these have the best chance. If you'd like a selection of ammonites to open up yourself at home, please contact us on our Instagram page, yorkshire.fossils, or alternatively visit our official website, yorkshirefossils.net, for both ammonites to open yourself, as well as fully prepared specimens. And if you do get some, I really hope you enjoy opening them, and thanks in advance for supporting what we do.
And there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed looking at all 3 of those specimens. I hope you like them as much as we do. As I mentioned earlier in the video, if there's any fossils that we haven't shown before that you'd like us to show, let us know in the comments. We can certainly see if we can include them in some future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
As always, just to round off the video, here's 2 scenery clips which we filmed whilst videoing the fossils from today's video. I hope you enjoy them.